Hello and welcome to the Studio77 report for April 2023. We're here giving you the latest updates, announcements and event news from the mayamada universe, and I am the mayamada co-founder Nigel.
I am Tazziii, content creator and also the mayamada creative director.
And mayamada is an entertainment brand, games, manga, comics set within our own manga universe. So we make comics, we run the community event Gamepad, we deliver our creative workshops across the country, podcast, all that goodness, live streaming, because we're here now. Well, you can't see it because you're on YouTube. The brand is set within a television network, our own television network universe, and features an all-animal cast of characters, and every manga title that we create tells the story of a different show on the network. So it's very meta in that sense. And as well as our events, we also run a digital platform and membership called Studio77, where we host interviews with creative professionals and people in other industries like comics, video games and animation. So we were just talking about the importance of forks and spoons, as well as the slightly less significant importance of AI taking over narrative design in video games. So if you'd like to hear that discussion in full, become a Studio77 member to get the full version of the episode, plus exclusive access to events and other bits in the mayamada network. So the way we do these things, we always like to get started with our industry pro tip. Each month, we like to highlight advice from a creative professional that's come from one of our Studio77 shows. And the tip for this month comes from the Story X Story podcast and my conversation with James Wallis, who is a game designer and has literally wrote the book on game design. Actually, multiple books on game design. So if anyone's interested, or just his perspective, because he has a lot to say and is super excited about what he does, which is really nice to hear. He gave a ton of advice. So highly recommend people check out that episode, especially if you are an aspiring game designer of any kind. James works a lot in tabletop, but he talked a lot about like creativity in general. And the quote that we've got here is him just talking about creative endeavors. So he says, and I quote, "It's true of any artistic or creative endeavor. You don't learn how to do it from books. You don't learn how to do it from YouTube. You learn how to do it by doing it." And never any truer words spoken, I feel. So for me, yeah, it's just a key thing. And we do a lot of workshops, so I kind of see young people who sort of can and ah about how to do the right thing, whether this idea is a good idea. And I often have to say, just do it, just try it, just do it, see if it works. If it doesn't work, change it. But Tazziii, what do you think about this piece of advice?
This is the best advice. We get a lot of good advice, but this I think is up there, like it's in the top 10 of good advice.
And we do get a lot of good advice.
We get a lot of good advice. I think all of the advice we get on this podcast is good advice, but it's just so true. Like you can just accumulate knowledge, but if you don't do anything with it, it's not that useful unless you're like the go-to for knowledge. Unless you're the person that everyone goes to for knowledge. Just having all that knowledge is just not. Yeah, unless you're the oracle, like, and it is about doing something with it. But I would argue that passing it on to someone else is doing something with it, in some ways. But yeah, the best way to learn, like I'm a very practical learner, so this very much is something that's applicable to me. But I massively agree. People ask me like, how do I start streaming? And I'm like, by starting to stream.
It's really that simple. People ask me the same about comics, and I feel like I have to give like a complex answer. But me and Lau, we literally just went and made a comic and we found a printer, and then we went to a comic convention and shared it.
Because a lot of people, when they're asking this, already have the knowledge. If you're interested in the subject, you probably have already learned enough about it to at least like do a practice of it. So yeah, maybe you won't be sending your comic to print, but maybe you practice making a comic, draw it out, write the story. That will teach you so much. If it's video editing, you know, you can watch all of the YouTube tutorials, but the way you're going to actually learn and understand what video editing is by actually doing it. And that's where the knowledge is going to like sink in.
So yeah, if that resonated with you, make sure you check out a full episode and definitely come back for future recordings, because we give out these advice. We're the oracles. Are we the oracle? We just give out advice.
We're the oracle.
We're the oracle. Wow.
We just found out we're the oracle. So let's find out what we have coming with mayamada and the Studio77 membership. So coming up this month, we have our casual conversations with comic creators. So each month, Nigel talks with a comic creator about the craft of making comics by actually doing them. And we're discovering the human behind the art. And next episode will be with 2023 Manga Jaman competition winner Kevin Lee. Live on Twitch, Tuesday 11th of April from 7:30 p.m. BST, and the VOD will be up for 14 days. We also have our games night, which will be at the end of the month. It's looking like Thursday the 27th of April. We know we have missed a few. It's just because we have been working so hard on some other stuff, which I'll come to. So that will be hopefully on the 27th of April, 7:30 p.m. GMT, and that will be played with our Studio77 members live on Twitch. And so you can also check out the past Games Night highlights on YouTube. But yeah, so the reason why we have missed so many Games Nights is because we have been working very, very hard on our Do I Look Like a Gamer campaign, which we launched during 2022 to promote diversity and inclusion in the video games industry. And we've decided to make this campaign a yearly initiative, building on the work that we done last year and continuing the push for diversity in video games and the wider culture. So we've taken a new snapshot of 40 players and makers to showcase the representation that does exist today and to inspire future generations of diverse talent. And on Saturday, the 15th of April, we'll be kicking off this year's campaign with a special Twitch live stream. We will be joined by campaign supporters to talk about what the campaign means to us and what is to come for 2023. Head to the campaign website to see how you can be part of the 2023 campaign online or at our in-person events. If you are a young, aspiring, creative professional or you know one, then check out the upcoming mayamada showrunners. We're launching brand new work experience opportunities for young people aged 16 and up to work with the mayamada team across comic, video games, and content creation. We're starting this month, and if you would like to know more, head over to mayamada.com/showrunners or email us at hello@mayamada.com to find out more.
And you can become a Studio77 member today to support the work that we do here at mayamada. You can get involved with games nights, plus check out interviews and panel events, as well as get exclusive access to manga and artwork in the mayamada universe. And we've got brand new platform coming. Lots of stuff been going on in the background, so stay tuned for that.
Each month, we like to get your thoughts on the games industry and culture. We've got the results from last month's poll. We asked, are live service games good for gaming? And we gave you the options of no, grinding negatively affects the playing experience and games disappear all the time. Yes, they provide free access to high quality experiences and the option for more content. And they have their place, but would not want them to become the main way to play games. And 100% of you that took part in the poll said they have their place, but would not want them to become the main way to play games, which that was my vote as well. That's what I voted. This month, we're asking, what games are you looking forward to the most this year? Can you tell that Nigel wrote this question and I did not? We've just had the BAFTA Game Awards here in the UK, putting a cap on last year's best games. So we're now looking ahead at the most anticipated titles for 2023. And we've given you a variety of options. Amongst them are The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, Redfall, Starfield, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. But if none of those take your fancy, let us know if there's something else that has got you anticipating this year. The voting is now live and you can make your decision, and we'll announce the conclusion during our May Studio77 report video. And you can also discuss it in our Discord or at us on social media. Nigel, I mean, you made this question very much knowing that I would hate it. What are you most looking forward to? And you have to give an answer.
Yeah, you know what? Because even as I was putting it together, I was like, can I answer my own question? So I'm going to give an answer, but also a caveat as it might change depending on what comes up. But I'm going to go with a bold answer, Spider-Man 2, just because the first game was so good, such a well-made game. And also I finished God of War now, so I can say anything else now. Nothing else matters because we're good. So yeah, but my sub answer is Starfield. Not necessarily because I'm that eager to play it, just because its production and its release and its reception like fascinates me, the journey it's been on. And I hope it comes out well when it's well received. But I think there's gonna be some questions about complexity of games, how big games need to be, and I'm interested to see how it goes with that game. But Spider-Man 2, as soon as that comes out, I'm on it.
Fair enough. Like, I feel like Spider-Man 2 is quite like a reliable one. Yeah. So I think it's Redfall. Don't get me wrong, I am very much looking forward to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And also more looking forward to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, since I've just started to play Breath of the Wild a bit more. So I'm getting a bit excited for that. But Redfall is something new. It's a new IP. Also co-op and cool characters. And I've seen a few creators went to like a preview play of it, and I've watched some of their content on it. And from what they've said and what they've shown, and they are creators that I trust that it looks like it's going to be fun. And I really hope it's as fun as the preview, because yeah, I'd love to play that with people. So I'm hopefully going to get that on release if anyone wants to play with me. But I do want to comment on Diablo 4. I did play a bit of Diablo 3 way late to that party, which is also great for co-op, really fun for co-op. Diablo 4 had one of the best received betas or something.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of very positive reception around that game.
Which I'm happy for it, because a lot of people have been anticipating Diablo 4. We remember, how many years ago was you all have mobile phones, right? That was 2018 maybe even. It was pre-pandemic, I know that much. And so everyone was wanting a Diablo 4 announcement then, and they didn't get it. So, and then that's already after wanting it for a while. It is long anticipated, and I'm glad that the beta's done well, because that's a good chance that the game is going to be good. And so I'm happy for all the Diablo fans out there. I want it to do well, because it will prove that waiting is worth it. I want it to prove that.
And to be fair, I would have said Zelda, but I haven't finished Breath of the Wild. So anyway, that is that does it for another month. Definitely interested to hear which games people are anticipating, especially if they're ones not on the list, because I need some tips. So let us know. That's it for another Studio 77 report. Remember, you can join our Discord, follow us over on Twitch to be part of the mayamada community. We're doing stuff every month. Subscribe to us here on YouTube so you don't miss another Studio 77 report. You got your choice, either the well-edited version that makes us look like professionals, or join us on Twitch, where we will put that notion to the test. You can always join our live report recordings, so follow us there and become a Studio 77 member. So we've been working over the past few months on some changes to the platform and other things in the brand, and there's going to be some new website, new stuff coming. So if you're part of it, you can get exclusive access to manga and events in the mayamada universe. And one of the things that's part of Studio 77 is a show we like to call Story X Story. So that's where Tazziii and I have created interviews and video game discussions and deep dives into stories across pop culture. So you can check that out. That comes out every week. We do a lot of talking, basically. So that is all the talking from us today. We will see you again next month. Hi there, I'm Nigel from mayamada. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other great videos we have on the channel. You can also check out our universe of manga and characters at mayamada.com. We'll see you soon.